Doctor, I'm a Time Lord. I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Casterbarus.
I hope the ears are a bit less conspicuous this time.
You might be a doctor, but I am.
I'm a doctor, but probably not the one who looks good. Absolutely fantastic.
All of time and space, everything that ever happened or ever will. Where do you want to start?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Big on the Inside, the New Who Doctor Who Watch Along podcast, the home of the 100 Subscribers Club. Yeah, we got the first milestone.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like the 10 subscribers should have been commemorated personally.
Oh yeah, we didn't do that. Did we? We should have celebrated that as well.
Yeah, you know, I feel like it's bad form to celebrate 100 subscribers more than 10 subscribers. Like those 10, the OGs, like they were there from the start, man.
I wonder if we can find out who those first 10 were.
I'm one of them.
Oh, anyway, welcome back to Big on the
I'm the first to like every video.
That's true. Welcome back to Big on the Inside, the New Who Doctor Who Watch On podcast. Last ever episode of the Dalek YouTube series, Time Lord Victorious. For now, episode 5 out of 5, being 15 minutes long. They've all been pretty good. This was episode 5. Harry, what did you think?
I think this was a strong finale. Yeah. I think I preferred episode 4 just a little bit more, but that being said, this rounded things off, this kind of little story arc pretty neatly. It's left the door open for a follow-up, which I'm surprised how open I am to.
Yeah,
I didn't think from the previews and the first episode and even the second episode a little bit, I kind of thought, I feel like this one series will be enough, but it surprised me how much I've gone into it, and I would be very open to a continuation.
Yeah, I remember when we did the first episode, I was like, should we carry on with this? And now at the end of the first series, I'm like, oh, I want more of this. Pardon me, I did just belch. I apologise. The animation seems to be so much better.
I know what you mean. Like the first shot of them on like that cliff looked pretty good, man. It looked good. And then like the thing looking over at Skaro. Skaro was a great set piece. I mean, I think I remember saying in episode 2 that I wanted to see more of Skaro, and that's exactly what this episode gave us. So I'm very happy with that.
Did you like the little Dalek tracks that they've been whizzing around on Skaro? Those little like rails that they have?
I mean, it's cool. It makes sense. I mean, well, I think it makes sense if you don't question why we don't just fly everywhere, but maybe they have like limited fuel power.
That's true. There was a few things in this episode where I sort of thought, where I started picking plot holes in it that I hadn't done previously. The fight of the mechanoids, where I sort of thought, can the mechanoids only? Am I saying that right? How do I say that? Sorry.
Mechanoids, yeah.
Yeah, mechanoids, yeah. When they're...
are you saying mechanoids?
What should I be saying?
It's mechanoids.
Mechanoids. The mechs.
Wait,
I'm going to call them the mechs.
All right.
With the mechs, when they're firing like their lasers...
Mechs in the depths.
They can only fire up... It seems they can only fire at one level.
Yeah, like in front of them, yeah.
Yeah, so why don't the Daleks just go a bit higher?
Could they not? Well, I mean, that's where like their flamethrower thing's pointed, right?
Well, I'm looking at it now, and the mechs are like firing at one level. They're just firing straight in front of them. Oh, but they can fly. But why don't the Daleks just sort of fly up above that and point their exterminator down, and just shoot directly down on them where they know they're not going to get shot?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, like I said, maybe it's like a limited fuel source of flying.
Yeah.
Though then again, we've seen kind of scenes of like Daleks flying through space and shooting. So,
what did you think to the fact that there was still actually lots of Daleks still on Skaro?
I mean, I guess it makes sense. It wasn't like the greatest twist in the world. Like, surprised you weren't all wiped out. I mean, it worked. It worked, you know.
Yeah. What did you think to the? There was a moment in this episode. I want to see if you can guess what it is. Where I was watching it and I actually gasped. I actually went, "Oh, what do you think that was?"
I'm guessing it was something to do with the strategist.
Yeah, it was when I thought he was good, and I thought he was helping the mechs, and they were working
Well,
together.
you
Then,
say
then
good.
all of a sudden at the end, he's like, "Yeah, fuck you." He just killed them all.
You say good, but even if he had sided with the mechs, it was with the purpose of overthrowing the It would have been with the purpose of overthrowing the Emperor.
He did the best thing that any Dalek could have done in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I really like.
Go on.
I was just gonna say that I really liked the strategist as a character. I found him just really cool. Especially, I genuinely would not mind seeing him and this version of the Emperor appear on the main show at some point. I really
Yeah, it'd be
like how
good.
they were
Yeah,
handled.
yeah, I would enjoy that as well. Yeah, I like the strategist because I like his look. He's very classic and he's aged. It's not just like he's like this slick Dalek that we see all the time. Like this guy's seen some action.
Yeah. There's a lot more to like. You get the feeling that this isn't the first emperor he's served, but have been emperors before this one.
Yeah,
And he's kind of lived through them all.
yeah. What did you think to the end result of the mechanoids? I swear I could say that like 2 episodes ago.
As in them being sent to the entity's dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it was a cool bait and switch. It was it was a very satisfying power play from the strategist there to just send them all off.
Yeah. I'm still not sure when this is set. Is this before the Time War? After the Time War? I do not know. I want to say before.
It feels before because I mean they refer to like the mechanoids as like their greatest opponent, their greatest threat, which if Time Lord had been, they would, if it was during the Time Lord, their greatest foe was the Time Lords, and it was after the Time War, their greatest foe would be the Doctor, right?
Yeah, surely, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like it must be before the Time War.
Was you slightly disappointed we didn't get a cameo from a Doctor? Because we kind of thought we would get one.
Yeah, I feel like whatever the entity is, if they do a second series, they have to reveal that. They have to reveal who the entity is or what
or where it's come from or who sent it.
Yeah. That's like the one thing. Like, unless they consider... I can't imagine how they could consider that to be something that's resolved, because... Like, are we meant to just accept that the entity is just this green energy?
Yeah, there was no sort of, what is this? It was just like, here's a big ball of plasma, deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, surely that can't be it, right?
I wouldn't have thought
it feels
so.
like it feels like there's such a sense of intrigue built around the entity, at least for me, that I feel like there has to be more to it. And especially with how they ended it with that message from the entity through the mechanoid warning them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I feel like they're going to do something with this side of the property. Maybe not a series. Maybe it could be a continuation in comics or something, as it is part of Time Lord Victorious. I imagine we might start getting answers there. I really don't know. I really enjoyed it, but I sort of feel like it wasn't really an ending.
I mean, here's a question for you, because we've both gone into this Dalek series, but neither of us, I don't know about you, but I definitely don't read anything like the Titan comics. If Daleks was to be continued in the form of a Titan comic series, do you think you'd make that investment?
I would maybe try and find a version of the first copy and maybe see how that goes. But I would, if it wasn't for this podcast, I wouldn't go out of my way.
Yeah.
If I'd watched this series and I'd enjoyed it just straight up as a fan, probably not. But maybe because we do this, I would be more I would feel like I would have to. Well, there you have it, guys. After 5 episodes, I finally made a mistake. We had to pause recording and I forgot to restart it. Good old Tim. Classic. So basically, what we were saying was, in summary, if this goes on to be a comic book series or an audio adventure, would you guys like to see us continue talking about this? Because we'll do it if you guys want us to do it. If not, we'll just keep doing videos with Jodie Whittaker in the thumbnail and big red circles and arrows telling you stuff you've missed. I really appreciate the 100 subscribers. I know if Harry was here, he would as well. I'm having to just record this little section at the end just to add on to close the episode out. So thank you very much for listening, everybody. You can follow us on Twitter, bigger on the pod, YouTube, Big on the Inside Podcast, Acast, shows.acast.com/Big on the Inside. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Email the show, bigontheinsidepod@gmail.com. We're also on Instagram @bigger on the pod. Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you again very, very soon. Bye bye.
Make sure you subscribe to the official Bigger on the Inside podcast.